how you got into Brahma Kumaris, what inspired you to be here.
I wanted to make extraordinary life, not a worldly life.
A lot of people talk about affirmations and manifestation is a way of meditation.
When we do affirmation, this is a reality of the soul, because each and every souls have beautiful quality, and all those qualities are within me.
Have you ever felt that I should get married or I should go and get a job and live that kind of life? Does these things ever affect you people, or do you ever get attracted towards these things?
Never.
A lot of people don't know what's the difference between yoga and Raj Yoga. So would you like to explain a little bit about the difference between yoga and Raj Yoga?
Raj Yoga is called king of all yogas.
One was your time, like 70s and 80s, when the people were more inclined towards spirituality. What is the difference that you see in today's generation? Do you think are they also that open?
Early days was quite different, people were a bit more obedient and just they listened their elders and they would just follow. But nowadays is a modern generation taking quite a lot, and that is also good sign because they use their intellect. They ask questions, they like to experience first in their life,
Right.
and then they commit their life.
Where do you think the world is going, and will there be at all peace that will prevail, or do you think things will go even worse?
In Hindi we say कि जब कोई बात का अति हो जाता है तो अति का अंत निश्चित होता है, और जब अंत होता है तो नया भी उसमें से इमर्ज होता है.
Hello everyone, this is Rupa from the Business Blueprint, and today I'm back with another guest. Till today, we used to interview business owners, entrepreneurs from different industries and different countries. Today I have somebody very special in our podcast room, and this is a topic which everybody wants to speak, everybody needs, but we all shy away because we don't know whom to talk about. Yes, and that topic is spirituality. Today we have a guest, Sister Bhawna from the Brahma Kumaris institution here in our podcast studio, and today we are going to talk about many life lessons, spiritual practices, what is the role of ethics in our life in today's time. So today we will ask a lot of questions from her about daily life, stress, connection with God, and many other things. Let's deep dive to the story of Sister Bhavana. She has been in this organization for last 52 years. She has been acting as a regional coordinator in New Zealand for many other countries in Asia Pacific. So let's dive deep into her story and to know how her story started in Brahma Kumaris and what is she aspiring to be in this organization. So welcome Dr. Sister Bhavana. Thank you so much for coming in our podcast. And today we are here to ask you a lot of questions. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling great. Looking forward for your questions.
Thank you so much. So I'm very lucky to have you in front of me. My first question that I would like to ask you is how you got into Brahma Kumaris, what inspired you to be here, and how you reached New Zealand and became the regional coordinator for the entire region. So I'm very interested to know about that story. So can we know about it, please?
Yes. Om Shanti means greetings of peace to all of you. I actually started my journey when I was 12 years old, and from my childhood I had two dreams. First dream was I wanted to help the people of the world, and second dream was I wanted to make extraordinary life, not a worldly life. So I was meeting many gurus, many scholars and asking these questions, but I did not get that satisfaction in my heart. And one day this Brahma Kumari ashram opened in my city where I was staying in Ahmedabad. And my father was at that time Chancellor of the Gujarat University. So he was invited as a chief guest. So I went with him to attend this program, and program was great. But I had very beautiful experience during attending that program. I was seeing the founding father of this organization 6 months before going to that program, and whenever I would see him, I felt very good inside, and feeling was that I know this person for long time. And the day when I attended program, at that time again that image of the founding father came in front of me, and he was responding my 2 dreams which I had from my childhood. He was saying that I will make your extraordinary life. I will fulfill your dream of helping people of the world. And I became so happy. And then after that, I met the sister who was staying there. My father introduced me, and she asked me, how was the program? I said, your program was very beautiful, but I have seen one old man in your program. And then she asked me how he looked like. And I said he was very tall, very bright personality he had. And then she said, now she brought this little photograph from another room, and she showed me, this is the one you have seen. I said, yes, not today, but I'm seeing last 6 months. Who is this person? And then she explained me, this is a chariot of God. God wanted to tell you something through this instrument. Why don't you come to understand this knowledge? And at that time, I did not make any time with her, but I said, I will come back.
And wasn't it very shocking for you to see somebody in visuals and suddenly you see that photograph that...
Yeah, so I was very happy, but I had inside feeling that somehow I was connected with this person in my previous birth.
Right.
That's why everything was so familiar and easy for me. And then what happened, another interesting part, when I went next day to the center, and she started telling me about this knowledge. Early days in 70s, whenever they would give lessons, 7 days course, they bring all the posters, 6, 7 posters with her. And I sat down one side, she sat down opposite side, and she started talking a little bit about soul, supreme soul. And third poster was about world cycle drama. So I said to her, you have explained me enough knowledge. Now my turn. Let me to speak.
Okay.
So while listening that knowledge, suddenly I felt that I already know this knowledge. Whole knowledge popped up in my mind. And then I did not did any course or anything. Next day I started attending the class. So that's how I came into Brahma Kumaris. So when I came in Brahma Kumaris, everything was familiar for me. Nothing was new. Just only one transformation I had to bring in my life, that is waking up early in the morning.
Yes.
Before we used to get up 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Now we get up little earlier than that. So it was very, very beautiful journey. And my parents both were well educated, so they wanted their children, of course, to do the study well before surrendering life like that.
Exactly.
So they encouraged me that they will cooperate with us, but first finish study. So I stayed with my parents 10 years, and I started doing both study, alaukic study.
Right.
In 1980s, I completed study. I did masters, and then I did little bit research, and I wrote one thesis. towards my PhD.
I heard that you wrote a book on Hindu religion.
On world religion. So it was very, very beautiful journey, and I thoroughly enjoyed whatever I did. And then I dedicated my life to this organization. And then our chief of the administrative head sent me to New Zealand. And then I came to New Zealand and just doing this service in New Zealand.
Wonderful. So a girl from Ahmedabad, dedicates her life after doing PhD in spiritual services, and suddenly one day you are asked to go to New Zealand to do so. Were you scared going to a new country? And
I started actually my journey from New Zealand, and I arrived to New Zealand. It was quite big challenge for me, but I was not scared of going to New Zealand because I had deep down inside so much faith on God that God is sending me. Some benefits are there and few challenges were there, different country, different language, new food habits people had there, lot of things we could not get, different culture was there, their accents were different. But slowly I learned and I stayed in that country and continued doing things.
Wonderful.
Because from my childhood I always like some adventure in my life.
In your life.
Some new things. I always have desire to do, same kind of things I never ever done in my last so many years. So that gives me some enthusiasm because new things you are learning in your life. And when you are enthusiastic, you create that enthusiasm on others.
On others, very true. So when I also heard that you were appointed as Justice of Peace in New Zealand, and you also received the Civic Honor Award. So I would like to know, how was this experience and how did that happen?
That was also another beautiful journey. There is a Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of New Zealand. He visited Mount Abu, which is our international headquarters, and he stayed there 4 days.
Wow.
He really enjoyed his stay. And then he went back to country, and then he said, "Sister, you are doing great job in our country. So nice. I would like to recommend, for justice of peace." So he wrote the letter. And then of course I had to fill a few forms and few interviews I had to give. And later on government considered Justice of Peace, and then I became Justice of Peace, and we had very beautiful ceremony for that. And the Minister of Justice comes and he present the certificate to you. So it's a very beautiful
Experience.
Experience was there, and very nice this status is there in the country. And a lot of people, they come to see you to sign their legal documents. So we have quite big responsibility.
Yes, Minister of Peace, what they do in New Zealand, what are the responsibilities?
Sometimes if they need to sign for, if they apply for visa, they need signature of Justice of Peace. If they have buying some properties or something like that, legal stuff, so where they need require the signature. Sometimes if they apply for visa, if they make new passport, always have the
So they have to do everything from the perspective of maintaining peace in the city.
Maintain peace in the cities, and also everything goes nicely legally. Nothing is, no corruption, nothing like that. So we are responsible for
That's a wonderful initiative by the government. I think they're doing an amazing thing. So sister, what is the difference that you have seen in, one was your time, like 70s and 80s, when the people were more inclined towards spirituality, and especially in India, people would not think before, if they're inclined, they'll give their life or devote their life to spiritual things. What is the difference that you see in today's generation, do you think are they also that open to dedicating their life for spiritual services, for the wellness of all? Do you see any difference in today's time?
Early days was quite different, people were a bit more obedient and just they listened their elders and they would just follow, because they know our elders are thinking for our benefit. But nowadays is a modern generation, they think quite a lot, and that is also good sign, because they use their intellect, they ask questions, they like to experience first in their life, and then they commit their life. So little less commitment is at this moment, but still they are very good, very intellectual, and once they experience, then it's really they remember.
Right, and voluntary commitment is something which is also long term. So I think now in today's time they take more time, but then if they say yes, that means it's a yes.
They do.
Wonderful. And like you said, Sister Bhavna, that you really struggled with getting up in the morning. And this is one problem which many people face. And a lot of books has been written about 6 a.m. club, 5 a.m. club, that it is very important to get up in the morning to become successful. And I know that in Brahma Kumaris, most of the brothers and sisters, they wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and they start their meditation. That has been one of the pillars of Brahma Kumaris. So I would really like to know, would you like to give any tip, one thing that people can do to get up this morning, and how does that makes so much difference in somebody's life, that it has been called one of the most important things to be successful?
Because when you get up early in the morning atmosphere is very, very beautiful. At that time, you can able to think very clearly. And that's the way, when you meditating, you can able to increase your concentration power. And whatever task you will perform, you become successful. That's my experience.
That's your experience.
Because when I started this meditation, I started to get up morning time, and all other my colleagues, they were taking long time to remember something, their study. But for me, it was very easy, because in meditation, you concentrate mind on God. So when you study, you concentrate your mind very easily on study. So you remember less effort, more achievement. That was my experience.
Understood. So that's an amazing thing. So people who are struggling with and what is that they can do, like
once they see they are gaining some benefits, like they becoming successful, concentration power is increasing in their life, they taking right decision, right time, very quick, correct, accurate. When they see the benefits, they automatically start doing this practice.
Things. Understood. So, and in today's time, people also talk a lot about manifestation and affirmations. Like a lot of people say that if you want to do something, write it on a paper, put it on the wall, put it below your pillow. A lot of people talk about affirmations, and manifestation is a way of meditation. What is your opinion about affirmations and manifestations?
In our meditation, when we do affirmation, this is a reality of the soul, because each and every souls have beautiful quality: love, peace, happiness, bliss, power, joy, and all those qualities are within me. Give you example, if someone become peaceless, that person has deep down have desire to go somewhere and experience peace. Why? Because peace is my quality. No one likes to remain unhappy in this world. People start searching happiness in material things, which makes them temporarily happy. So all these beautiful qualities are within me. So when I start practicing and reminding myself, I am a peaceful being, I am a happy soul, I am a courageous being, then those qualities will emerge. And I will experience in my life. Because we see we have all kind of people, black, white, yellow, brown. It's like an unlimited family. Whole world, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Whole world is my family. And they all are experiencing these beautiful qualities.
Right. So you mean the affirmations also
That's
has to
what-
be from the point of view of who you actually are. Like, I am peaceful, I am, rather than saying something superficial that I am this, I am that, or materialistic, rather we should more focus on what is our inner quality.
That's
like as souls we are happy. Happiness, peace, blissfulness is our quality. So we should more affirm that. Yeah, people are going in affirmation on a very different direction
I
where
know nowadays in numerology, people do all sorts of things. They keep the number underneath their pillow, they write down on their hands. Now all those things they do.
Right.
Maybe certain level
yes,
can help them. But in meditation, just we focus our positive qualities and positive qualities of Supreme God.
so very important question on, like, today the whole world is talking about meditation, but it is seen that everybody is talking about different kinds of meditations.
That's right.
And yoga has also become very popular. But as in Hindi, meditation is also called Raj Yoga. So a lot of people don't know what's the difference between yoga and Raj Yoga. So would you like to explain a little bit about the difference between yoga and Raj Yoga?
Raj Yoga is called king of all yogas. All various types of yogas are included in Raj Yoga. Raj Yoga is called Gyan Yoga, yoga of knowledge, because gives us answers of all questions still not answered by human beings. Raj Yoga is called yoga of intellect, Buddhi Yoga, because you make your intellect very, very clean, so you can see through problems very easily, and you can able to make very quick, correct, accurate decision.
Right.
Raj Yoga is also called Karma Yoga. While performing your duties, responsibility, still you can meditate. Raj Yoga is called Sannyas Yoga, yoga of renunciation, where we renounce our negativity, our bad habits, vices, not house, children or family. Raj Yoga is called Bhakti Yoga, yoga of devotion, where devotee Raj Yogi has deep, deep love for God in that sense. But we don't do any rituals or other thing. And last, Raj Yoga is a easy yoga. Anybody can practice anywhere, anytime. So all this yoga is included in Raj Yoga. So once you practice Raj Yoga, you don't need any other kind of yogas.
Right. So to summarize, I think yoga is more for physical fitness and Raj Yoga is more for mental fitness. And yoga is more about body postures, wherein Raj Yoga is more about your
Mind.
mental, mental states. So, like for example, if I ask somebody, can you teach me yoga? Obviously, they would say, sit like this or do this posture, do that. This is good for your back. This is good for your neck. Similarly, in Raj Yoga, when you teach someone, I know, like, immediately now live teaching might not be immediately possible, but if just a little glimpse of how do we teach, how can somebody do Raj Yoga anywhere, anytime, what should we do when we are meditating?
Raj Yoga, we create positive thoughts in our mind. So it's like a sort of exercise. Body need exercise. Same way, mind also need exercise. And mind is a controller of the body.
Right.
If my mind is okay, body will be automatically all right. Raj Yoga is like a feeding positive, nutritious food to your mind. Like body need everyday healthy food. Na? If we eat junk food, you don't get much energy.
Right.
Same way, when negative thoughts, when I am feeding to my mind, that
The
is
soil is not going to
junk
be healthy.
food. Yeah.
Very
So
good thought.
every morning, just feed positive thoughts to mind. So that gives you strength for whole day. Whatever situation, problems comes, you face them without becoming upset.
Wonderful, very well said. Like, the way the body needs good food, nutritionist food, similarly the soul also needs, the mind also needs positive food, and food is thought. So for the soul, the thoughts, they work as their nutrition, their vitamins. Very, very well said. I think, I'm sure if we all implement that in our life, it can really bring great changes to us.
Yes.
So when we talk about positive thoughts, for people who are in normal lives and who have not dedicated their lives to spirituality, like I'm sure with your daily routine, most of your works are related to social service, related to godly service. But for people like us who are into jobs, professions, housewives, businesses, now on a daily basis we are dealing with lot of things, profit loss, targets, problems, challenges, customer service. So how easy it is for us, like definitely we find it very difficult on focusing and all the time keeping ourselves positive, because on a whole day a lot of negative things are happening, and those negative things are affecting my thoughts, and that's why my thoughts are going negative, and then it starts dominoes effect. From one thought it keeps. So what do you suggest
I
to
would
them?
suggest for that just little practice of meditation, only 5 minutes in the morning time, because we say when you get up, next 3 hours your mind, whatever you are feeding, can absorb very, very easily. Yeah. So those 3 hours, if I can look after myself, after that you can watch whatever news, television, but first 3 hours if I look after myself and do little practice of positive thinking, of meditation, and that power will help me throughout the day, makes me very relaxed, calm, peaceful, positive, powerful. That's my experience, and whoever people comes to us, they also experience. And even you can't get up morning time, that is fine, but at work you have morning tea break, lunch break, afternoon tea break. Even during that time, 5 minutes, just pack up your thought and think about your positive qualities of God, and which becomes like a very powerful connection with that generator, and battery will become charged, and again you will be fine.
Very true. So if my takeaway would be that my morning first 3 hours, I need to treat it as very important,
Very.
and I had to most dedicate it to myself, inner thoughts, positive thoughts, and connecting to the Supreme Soul. So that is where I need to, that first 3 hours I need to take care, and those 3 hours will take care of the rest 22 hours.
Will be great.
21 or 22 hours, and then the next, like you said, that whenever we are getting a break, like tea break, coffee break, lunch break, instead of just sitting and gossiping, I can give some time to myself and again rekindle those positive
Energize.
thoughts, and energy, boost my inner energy. Okay, that's a very, very good takeaway, and I think all of the people who are watching it can take this takeaway and practice there in their life. So now, as you see, Didi, in today's time, all across the globe, so much of things are happening, lots of wars, conflicts, a lot of unhappiness is there, and disastrous situation, I can say. So just wanted to understand from your perspective, where do you think the world is going, and will there be at all peace that will prevail, or do you think things will go even worse?
Yes, you are right. Day by day, situations are getting worse and worse. Wars going, natural calamities are happening, and all these things will happen. In Hindi, we say कि जब कोई बात का अति हो जाता है, तो अति का अंत निश्चित होता है, और जब अंत होता है, तो नया भी उसमें से इमर्ज होता है. तो यही डिस्ट्रक्शन will bring construction of the beautiful world. So whatever is happening, my duty is just be a observer and watch whatever are happening and send good vibes to the world and people of the world, because they need our positive energy. If we think negative way, then I'm sending them negative energy, which will not help them or will not help me.
Understood. On exactly this topic, Didi, I would really like to ask one question. Lot of times when these things are happening all around, we want to help somebody do something, but then again, sometimes we find ourselves hopeless. Apart from just sending some money, clothes, or food to those places, what is like what I've heard from Brahma Kumaris, I've been hearing a lot of times about telepathy or about sending positive energy or sending good vibes, or so how I really want to know, how does that happen? Is it really true that if from here we are thinking good about somebody, if we are blessing somebody, does that reach that person? Does that create any difference in this world? Just wanted to understand if.
Yes, my experience is if you send anyone good vibes, is always our positive energy helps the person. Like in Brahma Kumaris, we had every month, third Sunday, 1 hour, we sit down, and that 1 hour we have dedicated to help the people of the world. Wow. So 120 countries, imagine. So many people sit same time during that 1 hour and send those positive energy to the world.
Wow.
So it will help to the people, and it does help, and it helps actually me. I am not negative towards world or people or any situation. It helps me.
Yeah, because I've put myself in a giver stage, so I'm giving. So I'm also positive, and because I'm matching frequency, so somebody who needs it might receive it.
Yeah,
what I'm sending from here.
Because sometimes many people, they experience that suddenly they become happy in their life, suddenly good things are happening in their life. So somebody is doing dua for them.
भगवान काम करे तो दुआ काम करे.
Dua काम करती है ना. So they receiving those powerful vibes. Somebody is having dua for them. So that's what things.
तो अजय दीदी, ये सच है कि दुआ लग रही है, तो क्या ये भी सच है, जैसे लोग बोलते हैं नजर लग गई, कुछ बुरा हो रहा है हमारे साथ, तो क्या ये भी सच है, अगर कोई बुरा सोच रहा है आपके बारे में तो वो भी आप तक पहुंच सकता है?
अगर नेगेटिव वाइब्स you do feel also, but I increase such a way positive vibes in me, so people can become affected from my vibes, na? Because positive vibes are very powerful one, na?
Right.
Other one is very low vibrations are there in negative vibes.
Right.
So I should make them influence of my vibration rather than coming to their vibration.
Right.
But if my energy is low, then I will become affected through negative vibes.
That means
लग जाती कहते हैं ना.
Right. So charging myself, being positive, is not just required to grow, but it is also required to save yourself from all the negativity that is happening around. So I think that's why you guys say कमल फूल के समान. So वो कीचड़ में रह के भी वो उससे ऊपर रहता है. So that is, even in the negative world, we can only stay positive, or be safe if we ourselves are positive.
I had one experience, if we have time. Please, yes. I was staying in one of the country, and in that country there was one lady. She did not like meditation and she wanted to close the sector in that country. So she believed in black magic and all this occult power and everything. So what she was doing this black magic on us, she got everyone's name. 2-3 sisters were there, and every morning my duty was to open the door, turn on outside light, and outside I would see this lemon and chili and red dhaga, string, and so I would remember Supreme God, and then I will just take it out and put it into the rubbish bin. And she tried very hard, to kick her out from that place. But somehow our positive energy was very, very high.
Very high.
And one day she went to see one of the person who does this black magic, and he actually said to this lady that whoever these sisters are there, I try to send my black magic, but it's coming back to me because they have very high vibration, so it's not going to reach them. So don't ask me to do this kind of thing. So
Wow.
people, when they do this kind of thing, we need to increase that positive vibes. So it would not affect you.
Got it. So the answer to all these things that we are scared of is the best answer is within ourselves. Not to do something outside artificial, but increase your own positive energy.
Good vibes.
Now, Dini, it's been 55 years that you are in Brahma Kumaris following the preachings. Has it ever happened? Have you ever felt that enough, did you get distracted with the worldly pleasures? Or did you ever felt that I should get married or I should go and get a job and live that kind of life? Does these things ever affect you people, or do you ever get, attracted towards these things?
Never.
Yeah.
In this life. And actually my experience, I always looking forward for various activity, various adventurous things, and so learning some new skills in my life.
In the same
So I never became even upset or bored with this life. Never. Always looking forward, which gives me lot of hope, enthusiasm, lot of power.
Right.
So I really thoroughly enjoy it wherever I go. And I think people, they do enjoy also.
So what is that pleasure that you are getting that is saving you from where all the other distractions are looking nothing to you? Like, how are you managing that? Because in today's time, people they have become slaves of greed. I want this, I want that, I want to grow here, now I want more profit, now I want more money, now I want more branches around the world, and that, like, today I want to eat Gucci, Versace, Ferrari, Porsche. So what exactly you are getting that all this worldly pleasure means nothing to you? I really want to know that.
I would say power of meditation gives me such a great inner satisfaction. So my intellect doesn't pull with those material things.
Right.
And it gives me such a great joy inside that whatever my dream was from my childhood, I am fulfilling that dream very nicely. So sometimes I become quite happy with myself.
Right. So, so you wanted to lead a unique life that you're leading, and you wanted to help people that you're doing. So, Didi, when it comes to helping people, again, a lot of people say, there are many volunteer organizations, some give food to poor people, some make orphanages, some, help widows, or some give, funds to different places. At the same time, what Brahma Kumaris is doing is preaching and bringing inner change. How do you think that this social service is bigger than anything else?
We do the social service also. Some places, if there is a flood there, people are suffering, we provide food, sometimes some clothes, whatever things they need, we do that service as well as preaching also. Both service we do together.
Right.
Last time in India there was earthquake, somewhere flood. So organization provided whatever they could do,
Right.
In Sri Lanka also we helped people. I was 3 months before in Burma, so there was a big earthquake. So sisters were preparing food and they were taking to that earthquake area wherever people needed help. So both kind of, first we feed them and then we give them knowledge. Because when stomach is hungry, you can't wage anyone. First you need to eat something. Then they can heal, then they can practice.
Right.
So we do both kind of service everywhere
Everywhere.
according to our capacity.
According to capacity, right? But then, yeah, obviously, I do believe that even bringing that inner change is a very, very big thing. It's said like if you give somebody a fish and you teach them how to fish, that gives us, if you're teaching lifestyle, you're teaching how to bring inner change, how to change bad habits, how to think positive. And can you imagine if everybody starts doing that, half of the worldly problems will solve. I think that's why you guys are called the peace messengers. And I think that's a very, very great job that you're doing. So, Didi, have you ever been in this? See, whenever we think of spirituality, we think of miracles, we think of God, we think of chamatkar. I will not ask any, for any, you can say dramatic story, but have you ever really, really experienced any kind of chamatkar in your life, anybody around you, something that happened that literally gave you goosebumps? Has it ever happened with you?
Many chamatkars.
One of the experiences you would like to share?
I share one. One day I was traveling in one of the country, was quite hot country, and we had program at center and night time. We finished everything 10 o'clock. I said good night to Supreme and went back. And around 12 o'clock I was dreaming, and in my dream I saw there was a poisonous snake has entered into that house, and I suddenly got up as soon as I had that dream, because I never liked snakes. Nobody likes any. But from my childhood, I did not care much about snake. That's why God has sent me in such a country where there is no snakes. So anyway, so I got up and I turned the light on and I looked everywhere. I could not see anything. And I went to bathroom also. I looked everything. Nothing was there. And then I sat down on bed. And then I was thinking, that was a dream. It was not real thing. And all dreams aren't true, you know. And then I was trying to go to sleep, but I couldn't sleep. And then something was moving on the passage, you know. So I got up again, turned on light, and exactly whatever kind of the snake I have seen in my dream,
that was there. The passage.
One was there. And now I did not know how to handle this situation. It was first time in my whole life I have saw the live snake. So 2 sisters were staying, they were resting, but I had no choice. I called them, and those sisters ran to my room and asking me, sister, what happened? What happened? I said, nothing happened, you know, just this visitor has come and I don't know how to handle. So they exactly knew how to handle situation. So one sister ran and she brought the kerosene, and another sister opened the door, back door, and this sister sprinkled the kerosene in front of my room. And somehow snakes, they don't like the smell of the kerosene.
Okay.
Yes, when she sprinkled, he turned around and then the door was open, so he went out. So then the sisters were telling me, look sister, in our country, now and then they do come, but we don't kill them.
Hey, which country was this?
It was Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
So we don't kill them, because if you kill snake, his partner come to live. So like this kind of many examples I have experienced in my life, like where God is protecting you, helping you, right time he wakes you up, right time everything happens, right thing. Na? So like this kind of miracle.
So that means I think a lot of times it has alarmed you of situations in advance.
In advance, as he protects, look after you.
Looks after you.
Because once you dedicate your life, he is responsible.
Right.
Na? So he take care of us. So many examples I have experienced in this life.
Awesome. Didi, I would like to go a little, go back and little tap on that story about New Zealand. So now Brahma Kumaris is an organization from India, and I know that Brahma Kumari does not support any particular religion. It's for everyone, like, you know, because it's a combined preachings of from all the books, whether it is Bible, Gita, Quran. Like it's a because this is more about positive changes, positive thinking,
Lifestyle.
and your connection, lifestyle. You know, but at the same time, I have seen that Brahma Kumaris is now in 120 countries, whether it's Islamic country, Christian country, whichever, everywhere it is accepted very well. So I really want to know, and I have seen that the followers of Brahma Kumaris are not from one particular religion. People from all religions, faiths and beliefs are part of, you know, Brahma Kumaris and are following the preachings and following the lifestyle. So what exactly is there in Brahma Kumaris that it is accepted so well everywhere? And I really want to tap on the story when you went to New Zealand. How easy or how difficult was it for you? Like, because 40 years back, there was no chat GPT, there was no Google, there was nothing where they could Google. Like today, if I Google, I know how big Brahma Kumaris is. So the credibility speaks for itself. The moment we see Brahma Kumaris, Mount Abu, such a big headquarter, so many global doctors, own hospital. Today it's a big name.
Big thing.
You know, but 40 years back, you know, from a no man's land, suddenly you are in a strange country with around strange people with nobody around you. How did you manage to establish that organization in that country?
It was very, very beautiful experience. When I went first time to New Zealand they call God's own land. It's very, very beautiful country, very peaceful country. And people used to tell me at that time that, sister, we don't need God in our country. This is God's own land. And they used to believe into nature. Nature is everything for them.
Right.
Nature is God. And I could see practically if they become upset, disturbed, they go to bushwalk, they go to beaches, and by the time they come back, they are fine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they did not need God.
Yeah, I've heard about it. It's very trending, the nature therapy. I think in countries like New Zealand, Japan, it's very prominent.
Yeah, so and then another interesting thing they were saying me, sister, do you know who need meditation? I said, who need meditation? Those who have problems. Don't need meditation. We are very good. We don't need meditation. So they used to tell me 40 years back like that. But slowly, slowly, now I am realizing, and they are realizing, that they need more than nature, which is God. And now they are taking so much interest in meditation. And we have, all big cities have centers in New Zealand throughout the country. And all Kiwis, they are living in center. New Zealanders, they call themselves Kiwis.
Okay, Kiwis.
So they are the one who look after the center. I'm only just one Bharatvasi, but we all work together. So now they are taking very good interest, and the main reason taking interest is meditation helps them to connect with the Supreme, who is the source of all those beautiful qualities: love, peace, happiness, bliss, joy, power. And this connection gives them lot of power. Throughout the day, whatever they do, still they can remain cool and calm and handle the situations.
So I'm sure, because nature is the creation and he's the creator. So unless I'm connected and in love with the creator, I can respect the creation as well.
That's right.
So I think definitely creator comes before the creation. So over there, what about the legalities when you went there? Did they just allow you to start Brahma Kumaris? What you had to go through for the establishment of the organization?
Yeah, because this is a Christian country, no? So they asked me that your center has to be registered in this country as a church.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had to go through all this legal formality, legal steps, and I filled up so many forms, gave interviews, and meanwhile my visa was over, so I had to leave country, and I went to Fiji, and around Fiji they have 300 Pacific islands.
Right.
So many islands I visited there. And then when they wanted to do this final things of registration part, they called me back to country. So I came to New Zealand, and then I had to go to interview to one of the justice department, and there was a lawyer. He was taking my interview. He asked me few questions because we wanted to register as a church. So first question he asked me, tell me, sister, do you conduct marriages in your church? Because in Christian churches, they do marriages and everything, christening, marriages, funerals. So I said, yes, I do conduct marriages in my church. And then they asked me, how do you conduct? I said, in my church is little long procedure is there. And he did ask me the long procedure. Then I had to explain him that we do not have physical marriages in our church, but we have spiritual marriage between soul and supreme soul. And then he asked me, do you register them? Because I was just went from India, so I was innocent in lot of things. So I did say, yes, I do register them. And then he wanted to know the number, how many marriages I had conducted in the country. And then one last question he asked, which one was quite interesting. He said, Sister, tell me, do you have divorces in your church? I said, no, we don't have divorces, because if somebody understands knowledge, knowledge always stays in the soul, does not disappear. So in that sense, I said that we never had divorce. If someone gets married, permanent marriage is where. So somehow he liked that part very much. And then he said that, look, in my church, they get married morning time. Afternoon, they get divorced. This is a very, very interesting. And somehow he registered center as a church. He made me the minister of that church. And on that basis, immigration gave me visa to live in that country, because it's quite strict country. It's not easy.
Very strict regulation.
Yeah. So I had to go through all this process to stay in this country.
Very prompt of you of thinking that at that moment, and saying that yes, we do marriages, but our marriages is marriage of the soul with the supreme soul or with the knowledge, and it stays with you, so there's no divorce. God will never leave you.
No, never.
Wonderful. I'm sure that person must be thinking, like, what is she saying? We had so many interesting conversations. We are coming towards the end of the podcast. But here I would like to ask, there is one more perception about Brahma Kumaris which is spoken a lot, which is about food. So you guys don't eat anything outside, and you guys give a lot of value on sattvic food. You only eat home cooked, self cooked food, and obviously there's no onion, garlic or any outside food. So I would like to know, what is the importance of this kind of food in a person's life? And in today's world, like where for fitness people are so dependent on eggs, chicken, and obviously daily diners, we are ordering food with Zomato, Talabat, we are ordering everyday food all around. How are you managing a life of such strict routine for your food, and why is it important?
Because in meditation, food is very important thing. They say as you eat, whatever food you eat, your mind will become like that. So yogis generally eat very, very sattvic and pure food. Early days, remember our great-great-grandfathers, they never eating all those non-veg things, because what happens is non-veg things, onion, garlic, makes our mind very, very excited. And then mind becomes excited. You can't focus your mind on any task. Because nowadays, if any task you perform, you need concentration power. If my mind is all over places, I can't focus and I can't make right decision in my life. So this is the reason we don't eat those non-veg things. And protein and all other things we can always get from nuts and dals, and we have variety of dals in our country. where we live. So you can get enough proteins, even protein powder some people use. That is okay. But you don't need to eat those other things. So it just
Because food plays a very important role in meditation and your connectivity with God.
That's right.
Oh, wonderful. That's very good to know. And I think we had a very enlightening episode with you, and we had so many questions that we asked, and all these notions that we have about Brahma Kumaris, that also we got to know. So now, what now in today's time, if somebody wants to join Brahma Kumaris, what they need to do, how to start?
If they need to learn this meditation, they can always contact to our centers wherever they are staying. In that country we have center, or our international website is Brahma Kumaris. So they can go online and they can get the address of the particular city or wherever they are staying. So very easily to get all this information nowadays.
Right. So they can get connected to any nearest Brahma Kumaris institution, and they can get the knowledge and start learning meditation. Is there any fees to it? Do you guys charge a fees for
We
it?
don't charge for our courses. We give just free. It's a community service. We try to help our community. So at least they can take some benefit.
Wonderful.
And there they can make life free from stress and tension and all this negativity. So it's like a community service we are providing in each and every countries.
Wonderful. That's great to know. So I think we had an amazing conversation with Sister Bhavna, and today we have known a lot of things and their meanings in a very deeper way. I'm sure all of you liked this episode, and if you have any questions, feel free to write us. Sister Bhavna would love to reply to you. I am sure all of us have a lot of questions related to our life, peace, happiness. So if you are also looking for maintaining a balance in your life, want to get stress out of your life, want to maintain peace and happiness in your life, and if you're looking for something and you haven't got something yet, please contact your nearest Brahma Kumari center and go and learn meditation from them. And I would really like to hear your experience. How was your experience and how did you feel? So thank you so much. We will again come in next episode with another guest. Thank you, Sister Bhavna, for coming to our show. It was really nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you and also your audience. Thank you.